If lizard fall from up, come down, and e land well, and nobody praise am, the lizard go nod the head. He go praise himself because he know say he try. Well, this video is not about lizards, it's about lions. And by lions, I mean our comrades in Lagos State who are gearing towards the next local government election, which is just a week away. It's on the 12th of July 2025. Now, we have 10 solid comrades who are vying for councillorship position in Lagos, and they are going to win. I'll talk about just two because I know see data course and I don't want this video to be so long. But those two will represent the values and the ideology of the other eight. One of them is Benjamin Upeyemi. He is a grassroots man. He has done so much for the community. And I will drop evidence, videos, pictures, whatever evidence that you need. One of the things he did as far back as 2023, even before he thought of contesting, was to fight against the demolition of the houses of people of Oroshoke community. He's contesting for Ward A councillorship position in Oroshoke. Now, apart from marching with the people during protest, he was in the front leading protest against the demolition to government officials.
So, sir, you need to hear the people.
Are they not your representatives?
Sir, you just need to hear the people, regardless of what they are meant for. Okay. Now, in this place, over the case of demolition in Oroshoke, the government representative that we have in Koshofe are keeping silent. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, hold on, sir. This is camera. We need to face it. This is the world. Let us talk to the world because what is happening there is not facing the world. Here is the world, and the world will hear us here. They demolished the place without notification. Number one, people died. A 5-year-old boy died. A woman died. Older people are with stroke in that place. At this moment, excuse us, while we are here now, for more than 2 weeks, the committee that was set up said 2 weeks they will get back to us. We've not heard anything. The only thing we heard was, let's have 5 delegates. 5 delegates cannot represent everybody's view. 5 delegates isn't enough. What we want is who ordered the demolition. Number 2, how are they going to compensate us? Number 3, what is the elite villa that is taking place in the world? We heard there is elite villa coming up. We saw the adverts everywhere. They wanted to evict the poor so that the noble rich land grabbers can take over our properties. We cannot. And that is why we are here to express ourselves informally. People that are in there are talking to you in a formal way. We want to talk informally. We do not come here for any formality, but to express our pain.
He was also leading press statements, press conferences, you understand, and speaking directly to these leaders and saying they should stop this demolition.
Sorry. In addition, pẹ̀lú nǹkan tẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sá, nígbà tí wọ́n wọ ìlú Òwòrò tí wọ́n wá ń wọlé.
Because of their intervention, they dragged the Lagos state government. They dragged them like tiger gen when they work.
What if follow them?
For June 12 Democracy Day. But for us from Oroshoke, we are here to tell the Sanwo-Olu government and the Oba of Oworo that if they mess up with people's property in Oroshoke, it will be unbearable for them. We need to tell them, and we will turn that palace to our home. We are coming.
We need compensation for those people whose properties were destroyed because more than 15 people have died as a result of this demolition, including children, 5-year-old.
We are going to be with those who are downtrodden in our country. And it's very instructive because today is Nigeria's Independence Day. The question is, are we independent? No. And as I was arriving here, I looked on that side of the lagoon, and there are some pretty houses there. Don't forget, that is how they took the land from the poor people to build those houses. There's nothing wrong if you too and your children live in pretty houses too. Because those who build those houses did not use their own money to build the houses. They use stolen wealth and stolen land upon which they build the houses. Our goal is to liberate this country, Nigeria, from all the oppressors in every ramification, whether the oppression or the...
So they paused this demolition, even though some lives were lost. But thanks to them, no further lives were lost. And even though it has not maybe stopped completely, right, they've been able to pause it. And they've not stopped the fight. They are still fighting.
Take it back! Oh, no! Take it back! Oh, no! Take it back! Loud and clear! Take it back! Oh, no! Take it back! Oh, no! Take it back! Ilewa!
There are evidence of them still fighting. Even up till recently, they had, just this month or last month, they had a press conference with the Take It Back movement about this demolition.
The Lagos State government, Governor Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has turned a deaf ear to the plight of the victims. Instead of awarding compensation, including resettlement of the thousands that have been unjustly displaced, made homeless, and without property, Lagos State continues.
So the State House of Assembly, the chairman of the committee set up told people and members of that community that they should rather go and beg their king, talk to their king, they should settle it amicably. After lives were destroyed, properties were demolished, people died, including children in that same area. The honorable in the house told them that they should go and appeal to the king so that they could have some of their things, they could leave them alone. How do we account for lives destroyed? How do we account for properties destroyed? People that have been living there for the past 40 years. Now you demolish property because you wanted to build the elite villa, which 500 square meters will be sold or is sold for 60 million. 1,000 square meters sold for 120 million, and you need to displace poor people. I think Amnesty International, I want to say, is there a way Amnesty International could reach down to our local community? Because part of these people were arrested. Thank God for Sahara reporters. We actually used the media to get them released. Many of our people that protested, in fact, some officers came from Alagmo with pictures of protesters saying that, you know, this person, and they arrested many of our people. Some were released and some were built out with money. So I want to ask, is there a way Amnesty International to reach down to our local communities in Nigeria?
This is the waterfront communities in Oworonshoki.
Apart from housing, which he protected the housing of those in his community, he also secured the education of those in his community. He also belongs to a foundation known as Let's Care and Feed Someone Foundation, where they provide food to those who do not have food. Housing, education, food, what more do you want?
Now, I hope you all listen to this, and you got it from my previous information. And if you calculate $100 to our own naira now, which how much is $1 to naira now?
The second person is somebody I also know very well, Comrade Royal. He is also a TIB coordinator in Koshofe local government area. He's contesting for the councillorship position of Mende Ward E in Koshofe local government area. This is also an Unstoppable Friends of Shore support group representative in Lagos. So when we have cases of oppression in Lagos or things we need to do in Lagos, we call him. You see that we call him, or we call the TIB coordinator of Lagos State. Not once, not twice have I called him, and he responds immediately. Since he has gotten out of prison, we can't count. In fact, whenever anybody in the community is being oppressed, he is the one they call. right? I've personally called him more than 2 occasions, and he would leave what he is doing, go to the police station if need be. If he can't go to the police station, he will call whichever DPO, speak with the DPO, call and make these calls just to make sure that whoever has been arrested gets out of prison. In fact, when members, even non-members, needs our support, there was one time someone was in the hospital and he raised an alarm. Comrade Roya went to the hospital. I called him and I told him, there's somebody in Lagos. He went to the hospital, right? He even were able to organize, gather a little funds, donation, and present to the family of this person, right? So I can't even exhaust all the things he has done for his community. In fact, there's one initiative that I started whereby skilled persons, those who tailors, hairdressers, and other skilled labor, a young person in his community, he links them up to these artisans, the persons who offer this skilled labor, and they teach them this skill, these young persons. And so these young persons, where he has a lot of them even in the universities, who use this skill to feed themselves and train themselves in school because of the skill that they've learned, thanks to Comrade Royal. And he does these things at no cost to those who are involved, or at highly subsidized rates, by going to meet the parents and explain to the parents that these children, he wants to support them in school. Comrade Royal just 2 weeks ago helped someone to recover 110,000. Now, they obviously cannot do it alone, but they've been working very, very hard. And this is thanks to our AAC chairman in Lagos State. For about a month now, every weekend, we've been campaigning, grassroots campaign, door-to-door campaign. The evidence are there, I will drop it. In fact, Comrade Royal, while he was doing his campaign recently, members of the community were leaving their work to join him to campaign. On the streets. In fact, today, during one of the campaigns in Oroshoke community, because the amount of people, members of the community who joined Comrade Benjamin Obeyomi during his campaign, our numbers were so much. We met the PDP candidates along the way. The difference in the numbers was so much because the people joined to campaign. And one thing of note is that Comrade Obeyomi Benjamin, he did not even announce that he wanted to campaign. It was the people of the community during one of the meetings who said that after helping us to defend our homes, after educating our children, you want to leave us at the hands of wolves. And by wolves, you know what I mean. These typical leaders. They told him that he has to contest. And that's what made him to contest.
ọ̀pẹ̀ fáwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ àdé ọlọ́bì kankan orí ilẹ̀ wá ń fi làmà kọ́ sí. Take it back. Take it back. Take it back. Ẹ ṣe. Now, àti price iye tí wọ́n da exercise bill.
In fact, during the first AAC meeting in Oroshoke community, hundreds of persons, old and young, men, women, registered to become party members. I will drop the video and the pictures. Evidence show. So, having said this, what can we do to support these great personalities? There's a common campaign account for the Lagos State AAC where we can send donations to. This money will go or will be distributed to aid each and every candidate, the 10 councillorship candidates. It's just a week to the election. The election is on the 12th of July 2025, just a week away. But this money would help in supporting them to cater for their polling unit agents and to ensure that they have polling unit agents across all the polling units. Now, even if you can't support financially, you can call someone in Lagos. If you have a sibling, your parents, your colleagues, your church member, anybody you know in Lagos, and find out where they are going to be voting in Lagos and tell them that they are solid candidates to vote for. These are young, not just young, these are visionary, these are ideological, grassroots candidates who have stood with the people over time. They know the people and the people know them. This is time for us to support one of us, to support those who have been supporting us, to stand with those who have been standing for us. So I'll drop the account number on the screen. Please, no matter what you can afford to donate, no matter how little you think it is, it will go a long way. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one.